Assalamu alaikum. I hope you all are fine and doing well. So in our last class we have discussed training evaluation. Let me go through. So we have discussed the examples, and we have discussed what is training effectiveness and what's training evaluation, and we come to the training reason for evaluating training. So we have discussed this point as well. Now I think we need to discuss the new slide. So let's see. In last class we have discussed what is training evaluation, why we are doing training evaluation. That might be before training or after the training. It can be before training or after, but some say it must be before training, but we need to look after it. So as emphasis in chapter 2, we have discussed strategic training. Training is more strongly related to organizational outcome when it is matched with organization's business strategy and capital intensity. Because companies have made large dollar investment in training and education and view training as a strategy to be successful, they expect the outcome or benefit related to training to be measurable. So we have discussed these points, that they are investing a lot of money in training and development. They are spending time, energy, everything, so in order to have a successful training program. So that's why it needs. Senior management believed that one way to promote growth was through building engagement with team members. So employees engagement includes employees feeling towards support, recognition, development, and sharing the company's goals. Employees engagement result in satisfied employees, which translate into better customer service. So employees engagement, that you are engaging your employees in on day-to-day basis, you are giving them employees empowerment, which you will study or you have studied. Or you have studied in total quality management. So employees empowerment, you're giving them more authorities to conduct certain tasks or jobs. So that's all about senior management. They think in the one research that employees engagement also play a key role in customer services or in customer satisfaction. So training evaluation provides a way to understand the investment that training produce and provide the information needed to improve training. So training evaluation, as we have give you information in order to improve your training program. So in order to overcome the shortcomings or negative points regarding the training, or in order to avoid negative points or some sort of problems in training program. If the company receive an inadequate return on its investment in training, the company will likely reduce its investment in training or look for training providers outside the company who can provide training experience that improve performance, productivity, customer satisfaction, or whatever other outcome the company is interested in achieving. So we have discussed that when companies are trying, there are different methods of providing training. One is inside training and outside training. As we have discussed, inside training, when your own employees are providing training for the other employees, colleagues. So outside is when you're recruiting a person from outside. When you're recruiting a person from outside to come in, give training. So as you see, when the companies face a problem with their inside training, what they do, they are giving the training programs outside the company who can provide training experiences that improve. It can be outside the company so that it can improve what performance of the job, productivity, you all know, customer satisfaction, or whatever the other outcomes the company is interested, or whatever the purpose and objective of the training is. So that's why. Now training evaluation provides the data needed to demonstrate that training does offer benefits to the company. Training evaluation involves both formative and summative evaluation. So there are two different types of evaluation. One is formative and one is summative evaluation. So that's why training evaluation will helps to find out all these answers. So there is formative evaluation. Formative evaluation is a type of analysis or evaluating training program which take place during the program, like they are planning to how to make this training session more better, in a more formal, in a more professional way. So it's always they're collecting some type of data from customers or employees or managers in order to improve the training program. So that's called formative evaluation. Is an evaluation which is happening during the program in order to improve the performance or improve the program better and make it better in a better way, or make the training in a more formal or professional way. So that's all about formative evaluation. So let's read the slide. So after that, I'm sure you will understand what is formative evaluation. Formative evaluation refers to the evaluation of training program that take place during program design and development. So during the design, when you are designing a training program, that's called formative evaluation and development stage, before even offering that training session. So that is formative evaluation helps to ensure that the training program is well organized and run smoothly. So that's one thing. So you want the training program to be organized, to be formal, to be very professional, and also run smoothly without facing any difficulties, without facing any problems. So they are making sure that the training programs go according to the timetable, goes according to the needs and expectation of their trainer and trainees, and goes according to the plan. So that's why they are planned. That's called formative evaluation. So trainees learn and are satisfied with the program. So even the trainees, the people who are getting trained, are satisfied from the program or from the training session. Formative evaluation provides information about how to make the program better. So it usually involves collecting qualitative data about the program. Qualitative data include opinions, beliefs, and feelings about the program. So you are collecting this data, opinions from your employees, the people who are getting trained, their beliefs, what they are thinking, their feelings regarding the program. So you are collecting all qualitative data from the trainees in order to make sure that the training program is more effective and run smoothly without having any problems. So formative evaluation asks customers, employees, manager, and subject matter expert their opinion on the description of the training content and objective and program design. So they are asking their customers, their employees, manager, anyone who has a experience regarding this field, to find out the content, why they are providing the training, what are the objectives of this training. So, and also the program design, how the program will be conducted. So these all are evaluation before providing the training. So you are finding out what's the content. So what we have discussed training objective in last chapters, I think it's chapter 2, chapter 3. So we have discussed what is the objectives of the training. So your content and also the program design, these people are also asked to evaluate the clarity and ease of use of part of the training program that is provided to them in a way that will be delivered. Example, online, face-to-face, video. So you're asking all these questions before offering the training for employees. For example, if you are providing a training and you are not doing formative evaluation and you have just written the content, objective, everything, later on you found out after the training that if it was online it would have been more effective, or if this was if it was offline, or for example it would have been more effective. So you found out the problem later on. You found out that trainees, the people that are getting trained, are not happy from the program, they are not happy from the objectives of the training, they are not happy from the program design, they are not happy from the content which has been included in training programs. So that's why then there is a issue, then there is a waste of money, time, everything. So that's why it's formative evaluation will helps you to find out all these information or all the problems, all these questions, discuss it with experts, listen to their ideas, their opinions, their for example maybe objections and their suggestions, their beliefs regarding the training program, and then decide which way is more effective, which way they are like, they want, which means they are following it. So the formative evaluation is conducted either individually or in group before the program is made available to the rest of the company. So trainer may also be involved to measure the time requirement of the program. So it's very easy. As a result of formative evaluation, training content may be changed to be more accurate, easier to understand, or more appealing. So that's all about formative evaluation. So it might be changed, the data, the content might be changed, so they can bring a more accurate data or more specific data regarding the training program. So the next one is summative evaluation. It's type of evaluation which the trainees, what do you call it, they find out the changes after the training. For example, have they learned, what is the outcome, have they achieved the objective or not. So it's after, I think, after the training. So let's see. Some summative evaluation refers to an evaluation conducted to determine the extent to which trainees have changed as a result of participating in training program. So after training, you are finding you are finding information regarding trainees, what they have done, how much they have changed in their skills, in their knowledge, in their attitude, their behavior. Have you saw any changes? Was the training program successful, or how does the training program help them? So that's how, that is, have trainees acquired knowledge, skills, attitudes, behavior, or other outcomes identified in the training objective. So we have discussed training objective. So have the other outcome, have they achieved it or not? Summative evaluation may also include measuring the monetary benefit, also known as return on investment. They might find out that we all know what is return on investment, so they might include financial monetary benefits as well, that the company has spent money on the program, isn't it? They have spent it millions, for example, dollars, or millions of Afghanis. So what is the return on that? So you invested, for example, 1 million Afghani on training for your employees. So what is your return? Is there any changes in your employees or not? What is the objective? You have already placed the objective of the training program. Did you achieve that or not? So these are the questions which will be asked, which will be solved in summative evaluation. So it will help them to find out that to find the answer for this question. That's the company received from the program. Summative evaluation usually involves collecting quantitative data. That was qualitative, and this is quantitative, which is numerical data through test, rating of behavior, or objective measures of performance such as volume of sales, accidents, or patents. So that's all about summative evaluation. So from the discussion of summative and formative evaluation, it's probably apparent to you why a training program should be evaluated. So now from this discussion, we should learn that why we need to evaluate a training program before conducting the training, before training and after the training. Why it's important to do the both evaluation, formative and summative evaluation. So these are certain answers to identify the program strength and weakness. So it will help you to find out the strength and weakness of the program. So what is the shortage you have faced, the problems, errors, or whatever was the issue. So it will help you to evaluation will help you to find out your strength and weakness of the training program. This include determining if the program is meeting the learning objectives so or not, if the quality of learning environment is satisfactory, and if the transfer of the training to the job is occurring. So that's all about identifying strength and weakness. Next, to assess whether the content, organization and administration of the program, including schedule, accommodation, trainers and materials, contribute to learning and the use of training content on the job. So to find out the content, how it was successful or not. To identify which trainees benefit most or least from the program. So you will find out who has benefited more from the program, different employees, which level, who has benefited. So it's easy. After the evaluation you can find it out. To assist in marketing program through the collection of information from participant about whether they would recommend the program to offer to others, why they attended the program, and their level of satisfaction with the program. So it will help you to do that as well. In certain training, if you see some certain they are having a form, or let's say you're using technology, will you recommend this training program for others or not? If you say yes, it was successful, yes it's more beneficial, I have learned a lot from this training, you just put your opinion. If it was not, then you just say no, it's not successful, it's waste of time or money, whatever. So evaluation will help you to find out this answer as well. To determine the financial benefit and cost of the program, so it's very easy. So evaluation will help you to find out the real cost and also the benefit. Was it successful or it was just waste of time and money? So to compare the cost and benefit of training versus non-training investment, such as work redesign or a better employee selection system. So that will help you to find out these points as well. So it will help you to find out the real cost. Was it successful to give training, or just be more accurate regarding your selecting system? So there is no need of training if you are more accurate, if you more focus regarding your selection process, then there is no point of providing training for your employees. To compare the cost and benefits of different training programs to choose the best program. So it will help you in these points. So that's the evaluation. Summative and formative evaluation will help you in the following areas. So overview of the evaluation process. So let's see. Before the chapter explain each aspect of the training evaluation in detail, you need to understand the evaluation process, which is summarized in figure. I have put the figure in next slide. So we will summarize that. The previous discussion of formative and summative evaluation suggests the training evaluation involve scrutinizing the program both before and after the program is completed. So it gives you an idea, it helps you to analyze and evaluate before the program and after the program. And also this figure, which we will discuss in later slide, emphasizes that training evaluation must be considered by managers and trainers before training has actually occurred. So the evaluation process should begin with determining training needs, as discussed in chapter 3. So we have discussed training need assessment. Need assessment helps identify what knowledge, skills, behavior or other learned capabilities are needed. So that's overview of that. So this is the figure. First, the evaluation process start from conduct a need assessment analysis, which we have discussed on previous chapter, training need assessment. Then develop measurable learning objectives and analyze transfer of training. Then you can develop outcome measures, choose an evaluation strategy, and plan and execute the evaluation. So this is the evaluation process, which we will discuss each point in details. So need assessment. I think we have discussed training need assessment in other classes as well. So need assessment also helps identify where the training is expected to have an impact. Need assessment help focus the evaluation by identifying the purpose of the program, the resource needed, human, financial, company, and the outcome that will provide evidence that the program has been effective. The next step in the process is to identify specific measurable training objectives to guide the program. The characteristic of good objective are discussed in chapter 4. So we have discussed the objectives of training. So why you are providing the training, what is your goals and objectives, what is your aim, what is the purpose behind the training program. So we have discussed all this in previous slides. So the more specific and measurable these objectives are, the easier it is to identify relevant outcome for the evaluation. So that's very easy and simple point. Besides considering the learning and program objective in developing learning outcomes, it is also important to consider the expectation of those individuals who support the program and have interest in it, stakeholders such as trainees, manager and trainer. So it's very important to consider the expectation of stakeholders as well, of trainers, of managers, what is their expectation from the training program. So that's process. Need assessment, which we have discussed on the other chapter, that why we need training. Is there a necessity, is there a reason behind training program to be conducted or not? Then you set the objectives of the training, which we have discussed. What is your objective, what you want to achieve after this training program? So you want to achieve more customer satisfaction, customer rates, whatever, then that's a point. Then if the need assessment was done well, so that's the first step. If you are doing the need assessment well, the stakeholder interest likely to overlap considerably with the learning and program objective. So once you have done completed the need assessment, then it's very easy for you to do the program objective. So analysis of the work environment to determine transfer of training, discussed in chapter 5, can be useful for determining how training content will be used on the job. Based on the learning objective, and analysis of transfer of training outcome measure are designed to assess the extent to which learning and transfer have occurred. Once the outcome have been identified, the next step is to determine an evaluation strategy. So once you finished, so the first is need assessment. You are doing the need assessment, why you need training, then you come to the objectives, then there is a outcome. So training content, so is it okay or is it fine, or is there any issue in the content? So the next step is to determine an evaluation strategy. Now is the time to find out factors such as experts, how quickly the information is needed, change potential in organizational culture should be considered in choosing the design. So organization culture you have discussed in organizational behavior, or maybe principle of management or human resource management. So you know how it helps your design. Planning and executing the evaluation involve previewing the program, formative evaluation, as well as collecting training outcome according to the evaluation design. So before that, you need to do the formative evaluation. So the result of the evaluation are used to modify, market or gain additional support for the program. So once you have found the result, it's easy to gain other program. The result of the evaluation should also be used to encourage all stakeholders in the training process. So you know what is the stakeholder, including managers, employees, trainers, to design or choose training that helps the company meets its business strategy and helps manager and employees meets their goals. So it's all about what we have discussed in previous slides. So in order, what is your goals? Do we need training? What's the objective? Then evaluate the training program, find out the reason, get the opinions, how is the design, content, what is included inside the training. So when you are doing this after conducting the trainer, you are doing another evaluation, summative evaluation, you are finding the changes in your employees, is it successful? So these are all based on your analysis, evaluation. So it will help you in the next training program. So you will find out that weakness, strength and weakness of the training. Then you will find out what is the shortage, what problem we have faced in this training, that we don't want to face the same problem in our coming training, or we don't want to face it in the future. So these are all evaluation, summative, informative evaluation will helps you to find out your weakness and to find out your strength, and to find out opinion of experts, to find out to make the stakeholders more happy, to meet the objectives of training, goals and objective of the training or not. So if you didn't meet the goals and objective, you done the training needs assessment, you have set the goals and objective, but unfortunately you didn't meet it, so meet the objective. So what will happen? So there is waste of time, because your objective was different and you couldn't meet that. So that's why it's very, very difficult. Then it's waste of time and money. But if you have met the objectives, you have done the training need assessment, yes, you have put the objective that these are our goals and objective we need to achieve after the training program. Once the training program has been finished and conducted, then you have met the meet the objective. So that's it, it means the program was successful. But if you couldn't meet, then it means there is a shortcomings in the training program. Then you are thinking to find out the reason why you didn't meet the objectives of the training. Then it will help you to find out to find out, and also it will help you to prevent the same problem in the what we call it, coming training programs. Because the training, as we have discussed, training and development programs are on continuous basis, so you don't want to commit in the same mistake in every training. So if you hire a trainer and he was not more experienced in, again you are hiring him again every year, the same trainer, so it's a waste of time and money, because you didn't done any evaluation before or after the training. So that's why it's very, very important, if you are investing money on training program, then there must be a changes in your employees behavior, customer satisfaction, in performance, in their productivity, everything. So if there is no change and they are still the same, then you have wasted millions of Afghani or millions of dollars in training program, and you didn't made a proper plan for the training sessions. So let me review what we have discussed today. In this week training evaluation, we have discussed what is training effectiveness, training evaluation, reason for evaluating, training evaluation, formative evaluation, summative evaluation, why training program should be evaluated, the reasons behind these evaluation, overview of evaluation, the evaluation process, need assessment, and it start from the need assessment, finish in planning, execute the evaluation, the process. So I hope you have learned something, and I'm very sure that you need to follow this because it will help you in exam as well. So it's very, very important for all of you to please listen to the slides, follow it, so at least you can learn something for your future. If you work in somewhere and they ask you to do all these things, if they ask you to plan for a training and ask you to do each and everything A to Z, then these slides and these information will help you a lot in your training program. So that's it. Thank you very much, and see you inshallah in next class.